Singapore is a global trading hub, largely because it takes part in the Free Trade Agreement.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's
Many nations take part in the Free Trade Agreement. The agreement is a treaty between two or more countries to establish a free trade area where commerce in goods and services can be conducted across their common borders without tariffs or hindrances, but capital or labor may not move freely.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of...
Hence, the establishment of free trade agreements connects Singapore to major economy and new markets among different nations, such as Japan, the United States, and also China. There are both advantages and disadvantages for Singapore being an international trading hub. Let's start off with the benefits. The first advantage would be the attractive trade infrastructure. Secondly is our good business and physical connectivity. Thirdly is our credibility and reputation. And lastly is our stable political and pro-business environment. Now, let's move on to the disadvantages. The first disadvantage is the small pool of local trading professionals.
Every open door, count your blessings to find what you look for.
Secondly is the relatively high cost of production, for example, land, rental, and wages. And lastly is the limited access to capital and export credit insurance facilities.
Had it all. We could have had it all.
This is the graph that shows the effect of Japan-Singapore Free Trade Agreement on Singapore's real GDP, capital, imports, exports, and foreign ownership in Japan. We have relatively high level of capital and GDP. Exports also exceed imports. The accumulation of our foreign ownership in Japan is also tremendous.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out and I'll lay your ship bare. See, I'll leave with every piece of you.
However, in the long run, we may not have all these benefits. This is the graph that shows the effect of Japan-Singapore Free Trade Agreement on the return rate in Singapore. Although the rate of return was high in 2006, it starts to decline throughout the years and estimated to drop to negative in the future, year 2015. This graph clearly shows that free trade agreement may not be beneficial in the long run and policies may need to be implemented.